Well, since we're talking dollar yields and the direction of the Fed, let's take a look at what all of these news events from the morning and this big verdict, what has this meant for commodities and for crypto? There are some very stark moves going on out there. We have Manisha with the latest. Manisha, busy day, should I say?
Well, it clearly has been, with the kind of reaction that we've seen come in since those numbers started to trickle in. And I want to take a step back and tell you exactly what Donald Trump really said. He said that leave the oil to me. We have more liquid gold, which is oil and gas, than any other country in the world, more than Saudi Arabia, more than Russia. He also said that we will pay our debt off. We will reduce taxes. He also said that China doesn't have what we have. So that is exactly where the commodity perhaps is taking cues from at this point in time. I want to start with what the crude oil prices have done. We have seen a price decline onto this one. In any case, even as the market was heading into the presidential election, it was a record high hedge positions that we did see happen in case of crude there. Well, also, if you look at the markets there, the U.S. production is at a record high already at around 13 million barrels per day. There is an expectation that you could be looking at an opening of U.S. oil and gas as a sector. Well, Donald Trump for some time has been saying that. Remember, this is a sector that has been underinvested. There have been various sanctions on this as well. And we do understand from the filings that Trump received $14.1 million from oil and gas industry for his campaigns. He did ask for much more, but this is what he got in return of various promises that were made to this section. So we perhaps are headed towards more supplies coming in from U.S. and that for some time as a knee-jerk reaction has weighed onto the markets. We've been talking about currency markets since beginning in the morning there. So 14-week highs for dollar index, and that has led to 14-week lows on Japanese yen, 18-week lows in cents of South Korean won, and a record low for Indian rupees where we are trading at. But a big reaction is what we saw come in for the cryptocurrencies. Well, we have seen Bitcoin trade at an all-time highs at 75,000 and above kind of levels as well. So when you look at the last 1 month, it has been a 19% gain. For this year until now, it's a 75% of a jump up and 110% of gains in last 1 year as well, with expectations that this is one sector that would continue to go higher. A lot has been said in positive. We do understand that Trump is invested in cryptocurrencies as a company as well with deals with cryptos. So this is one sector that will absolutely be watched out for. When you look at metals then, and we've seen a deeper decline onto this one as well. So copper and zinc prices are trading more than 2% on the weaker side. The expectation of higher tariffs on China imports is something that's weighing onto these markets here. China, remember, is the biggest consumer when it comes for many of these metals like steel, iron ore, copper, and a producer of many of these metals as well. So likely tariffs absolutely weighing onto metals as a knee-jerk reaction. I also want to talk about gold and silver, where also we have seen a decline come in. Well, remember, it has been a lot of uncertain trade that we have seen in precious metals. What would happen? Who would come in? How will the policies change? That premium seems to be going off right now. So the dollar strength and the uncertainty out of the way, we understand that Donald Trump is back in here, is what is weighing on. This is a chart where that tells you in the last presidency when Trump was in the White House on how the gold prices behaved. The day he joined in, the gold prices were at 1,200, and the day he left, it was at 1,840. We have seen again in that year. We already are trading at an all-time highs right now. So it would be interesting to see on how the gold moves from here on. But even with all of this, now the attention moves to the PBOC, where we have seen monetary policy supportive as a stance continue. It would be interesting to see on what Fed does tomorrow. And then China Congress meeting and the announcement on stimulus, would that come in from 7th and 8th? So all markets would now start paying attention to this. And what we get out of here is what will decide on where this weekends.
Thank you, Manisha. So picture abhi baki hai. It's now.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC TV 18 on all of our digital platforms.